Hello, Internet, and welcome to another person doing another thing. So, yesterday I discovered that a few years ago there was a Ghost in the Shell online first person shooter for PC, which sounds pretty interesting to me. I never played it, obviously, since I just discovered it yesterday, but apparently there were some issues with it, and then the developers came up, released an update that many people were not fond of, and so their user base dropped, and so they took the game offline, essentially. Um, the servers are shut down, and you can't really just easily access it from Steam, even just to download the game files. But fortunately, someone has decided that this game needs to come back and needs to be awesome again. So they've taken it upon themselves to mess with the game and create their own server and get it working again. So that's what this video is about, since there seem to be some people that are having some issues with this, and to be fair, the instructions on Discord aren't super clear. So let's do that. So first of all, you got get started up here. It gives you the basic instructions, but we're not necessarily going to go in that order. So the first thing you need to do, step one, is join this Discord server. You have to join this Discord server, and then, after that, you have to go down here just a little bit to this bot thing. Type in /token, and now you have a tester role on this Discord server, and they will DM you a token, which you're totally going to need. So, next thing we're going to do, if you don't already own the game, it's actually not that hard to get, fortunately. These links will be in the description, but for those, who aren't looking or whatever, these two here will be links to the specific version of the game that they need you to use. It does need to be from these two. There's no viruses or anything like that. It's fine. So you need that, but you also need a license from Steam, because that's partially how the game gets authorized through the server emulator. So if you go here, if you have no ownership of the game previously, you go to that link there, and it brings this up. You hit install. I've already hit install, which basically it just adds it to your Steam game library, and then from there you can, download it if you choose. But you don't really need to, since it just needs the license file, and it has to check with Steam. So once you've done all that, now you have it officially in your Steam library. The next thing we need to do is download a couple of things. So you go here. You need this options.dat, which obviously I already have. And after you've downloaded the game data, this is the folder that it would come in. It's the same name of the zip that's on there. So we just double click again. We go in here to data. We put our options.dat into the data folder of that. And then we download our launcher here with the launcher zip, which obviously I already have it unzipped here. Now the one thing you're going to have to do is download this next launcher.exe and replace the one you currently have in there with the new one, since obviously some things have been changed. Now, after you've done that, you need to go into the config ini file, and there's a couple of things you do. First, you have to tell your new launcher, your emulated launcher from these wonderful people on Discord, FAEMU, the file path of your game exe. So if we go back to the original thing here, so that's what you normally get, and then it goes in there, and then you click shipping, and it is game.exe is in shipping. This is case sensitive, so it needs to be correct. If it's not correct, then you're going to experience an issue. So now that we have that, you get the token you got from the Discord bot from earlier and put it in here. You won't have to change the IP address. That'll already be up there, obviously. You know, I'm not having my config.ini file because that's my token that's there, and you're going to have to get your own damn token if you want to do this. So now that we've done that, we are done basically, and you know, we're pretty well ready to launch. A couple of last prerequisites for authorization, and this is, you know, in the rules here basically, somewhere. Does it say run Steam? Yeah. So you need to have Discord running. It says right here, so it can authorize your account token. You need to have Steam running because it needs to authorize that you own a game license from Steam, which is why we went on the Steam database earlier and got ourselves some fancy access to an old game that's no longer available on the search or by any other normal means, I'm assuming. So now, once you've done all that, if you really want to, you can go into data here, and you can, you know, put out what your desired resolution wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. You know, obviously that's according to your preferences. The one thing I will say is that they do want you to have the launcher folder in the folder directly above where your main game data is, which obviously is this one. So now that we're pretty well all finished, I have dog shit internet over here, so we're not going to be able to test it. Plus, according to this, which is monitoring the server, there are 0 users anyway. So just to verify that it does work and that it will launch. I punch you in the end. This is Hammer with Jesus playing, by the way. It's my band, so I don't get any copyright stuff. If you would like to experience how bad we really are, I'll put a link in the description. Hammer with Jesus. Yeah. And there we go. Ghost in the Shell, First Assault, Standalone Complex online. Loading. I played the training a little bit earlier, and actually, you know, it seems fine to me. It's not really going to net connect because, as I just said, the internet where I live is absolutely horrid. I had to leave my house just to get all these files. But anyway, now you have a proof of concept that it totally does work. There's no viruses and any of that stuff. It's really not a complicated process, but I figured I'd just break it down for those of you who may or may not have some issues. So if you watch, thanks for watching. Maybe if I get some internet tomorrow, I'll make another video testing, and if we can get more than 0 people on the server, then I'll make another video testing to see how functional it is in action, essentially. So thanks. Have a great time. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Whatever.